Have you ever wanted to be a policeman? The answer should be no, because policemen suck and ruin every single thing they touch. Just kidding. Obviously, the feds are evil, corrupt, and pigs in blankets, as I call them. Just who smells bacon? Everyone smells bacon. The problem with cops is you've got to have a slight bit of drive towards egotistical wanting to run shit. You know what I mean? You have to be slightly... People say, I want to catch the bad guys. I would argue life is not as black and white as that. But what do I know? I'm a dum-dum. I can accept that. But police, to me, are just never there when you need them and turn up when you don't want to see them. You know what I mean? That's the best way I can describe it. But we're delving into a Texas deputy sheriff's office where 4 current police people, whatever you want to call it, all die by suicide just weeks apart. Now, I know what you're thinking, Scooby. Waggy? Something smells wrong. Absolutely it does, but apparently all of them found were dead. And why am I even speaking about this? They killed themselves because they were depressed, because the job can get too much for them. Yeah, fair enough. I can completely understand. So let's read this. 4 current and former deputies have died by apparent suicide over a 6-week period. Very strange, all in the same department, isn't it? They were found dead between Feb 6th and March 19th. Very, very odd. In the first instant, retired deputy Long Nguyen, whatever that surname is. What a first name though, Long Schlong. That's what I'd be called, like a pirate. Arr. Long Schlong died by apparent suicide. Yeah, sorry, we're talking about suicides. I forgot. We're not calling him Long Schlong. Long Nguyen died by apparent suicide on Feb 6th. ABC 13 reported, cited officials. Deputy Christina, who had been missing for more than a week, was found dead by apparent suicide. So she thought, you know what, I'll kill myself, and after I'm dead, I'll go hide myself. That makes sense. Genius idea. Well done. Ooh, thicko. 3 days later, former Deputy Maria Vasquez's body was discovered. The Houston medical examiner ruled that Vasquez, who retired from the agency in December, died by apparent suicide. Apparent. Even I know that word. On March 19th, retired Deputy William Boozman, we're going to call him Boozman because I like Days Gone.
I really fancy you.
Also died by apparent suicide after 24 years. And you know what? I'm going to call him Boozman just because I want to be respectful, because the man is dead. Kind of butchering this as we keep going. The sheriff mourned and reported suicides of his deputies. Okay, today we learned Harris County Sheriff's retiree who died from an apparent suicide. This makes 3 of us within the span of a week, he wrote on Facebook. So not an official email, not sending, Donald Trump an email saying, yo, WTF is going on, my men keep dropping like flies. No, he just thought he'd write it on Facebook for, his granny to see. Our hearts are heavy. We extend our deepest condolences in their families, colleagues and friends. It's painful reminder that life is fragile and time is not promised. Obviously, you can't come out and say, look, 4 people dying, committing suicide is extremely uncommon and I don't believe it. But you feel like you would say something a bit more. This guy could be involved or he could be the next to be dead. You just don't know what they were investigating. If you believe these guys committed suicide, you're a donkey. You are literally Donkey from Shrek. Donkey! Thankfully, someone very kindly put this from Grok. The odds of 4 random people all committing suicide, obviously they weren't random, but people say, they might have had the worst case of their life and they were all working on it. Bro, you're thinking all 4 of them are going to off themselves. You're fucking smoking something that is not natural. Meth? The odds of 4 random people all committing suicide within a 6-week period are approximately 1 in 14.9 quintillion. Now, I don't even know what a quintillion is. I can only imagine it's either 4 or 5. Tres, cuatro, quin... I don't know. I remembered it, but I can't remember. I think Quinn is 5 then. We'll go 5. So that's 1 in 1.49 times 10 to the power of 19. 19 zeros, bro. I can't even count to 19. So yeah, they're being killed is basically what the general consensus is. Obviously, the sheriff said, 1 is too many. 2, 3, yes, it's definitely devastating. Probably add, yes, it's very weird as well. It hits very close to home and reminds us how fragile life is, and also remind that we need to look out for each other. The sheriff's office has launched a mental health initiative. I would more launch a investigation into their deaths to find out if it really was a suicide. That's the thing they can do. Suicide, close the case. Everyone who's feeling a bit shit about themselves, you can come and we can speak about it together. We can speak about it together and digest this, and we can be stronger together so no one else commits suicide. Fuck off.
Also today, friends and family said goodbye to veteran Harris County Deputy Christina Caller. Her death last week was ruled a suicide. Caller is one of 4 current or former Harris County deputies who've taken their own lives in just the last 6 weeks.
What were they
ABC 13's
investigating?
Jessica Willey is live tonight, and this is leading to important conversations about the need for support, Jessica.
Jesus, imagine being a news anchor and you have to sit there. I don't understand how these people go home and look their families in their eye and feel anything, and feel like, yeah, I'm doing a good job. I'm making my parents proud. I'm doing my kids proud by sitting here bullshitting and lying. I mean, 1 in 14, 23 quintillion, whatever the fuck it was. It is not happening on any universe, any multiverse. This is not even happening in a film, dog. What were they investigating?
Has
Why
a behavioral
did they
health
kill
division that
themselves?
has made great strides since it was established in 2020 and has led the way, its director says, among law enforcement agencies. But these recent deaths are raising serious concerns for the deputies organization. The question is, what more should they be doing?
It caught a lot of us by surprise.
Harris County Sheriff's Deputy Christina Kohler left home last week and was never seen again.
So it catches them by surprise, someone who's not shown any sort of inkling into feeling depressed, or certainly no inkling or any hints that they're going to go off themselves in a minute, hang themselves from a tree. This sort of shit is just, how do you know? Okay, I get that. But also, people have tells, human beings, that when someone's not right, you can tell. It's like, are you okay? And they'll go, no, I'm fine. You know what I mean? They react differently. But no, this person commits suicide, apparently.
Houston police issuing this alert. The 37-year-old found on the 13th. She had taken her own life. 3 days later, Maria Vasquez, who left the department in December, died by apparent suicide. William Bozeman, also a former deputy, died earlier this week. Tragic news.
1 is too many. 2, 3. It's definitely devastating.
That Jose Lopez is helping his friends and colleagues try to process.
It hits very close to home. And
I don't know how you can sit there and tell to me you're a police officer, you hear about saving lives, and sit there, be interviewed and say, yeah, these 4 people committed suicide within the space of 6 weeks. And people say, well, things just happen and things are weird. Pardon? Are you dumb?
Queen, yes, queen, yes, queen! Yeah!
Are you genuinely a moronic piece of pineapple that is dried out so much that you have no cellular information left in their brain that you think this is honestly what happened? You are drinking copium, high concentrate, my friend, and it needs to, be brought to attention, because this is not what they say it is.
It's a reminder to us of how fragile life is. It's also a reminder.
Can't look her in the eyes, notice body language. As a police officer, if they were investigating someone, that's what they look at, whether someone's telling the truth, whether the eyes down here or they up there looking you in the eyes like they mean it. He does not mean it. He knows something stinks. He knows, though, if he comes out against it, he's probably going to be offed, or he will also join the the people who commit suicide. I don't know what I was going to say.
The president of the Harris County Deputies Organization, but he knew 2 of the late deputies personally.
I knew him for over 20 years.
In just 6 weeks' time.
Even worse, isn't it? You know someone for 20 years and you can sit there and lie. Yeah, of course, he's got family, he's got other people to protect. I get that. You can't just come out and say, yo, this stinks. This smells like a field of cows who have all just had a large protein shake and a glass of laxatives and are just shitting their insides out. This is how much this stinks. They did not commit suicide. If I commit suicide now, I want you to know I did not. It's a lie. It is fake. Someone has strangled me from behind and tried killing me. I would like to, firstly, obviously say this is a sad story. 4 people committing suicide, no matter who, what, or where, is horrible. But 4 police officers probably investigating something, Scooby-Doo style, Inspector Cluedo, Sherlock Holmes, and you are offed for doing your job. I don't think it's a good day for anyone to suddenly want to think, yeah, I want to go into law enforcement, especially not in Texas. Fuck that. Cowboys be cowboying. Let's find out who did it. What were they investigating? What were they trying to find out? Where does the corruption end? This is shit that we must know. My nose is looking a bit large, isn't it? Look at that. You could prod someone's eye out. Literally, I could stab a kebab with it, cook it on a barbie, and then eat it. Jesus.